Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are y'all doing? Today I will be filming. Oh, Jesus Christ. I will be I will be creating a basic to Baddie look, and I hope you love it and enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go. Film it. So the first thing I always do before I start my makeup is wash my face, because I always want to start with a clean base. I mean, if my face is dirty, I always feel like the makeup is too heavy. Then after that, I always dab my face with a towel because I don't want to be harsh on my skin. If I'm not using a towel, I'm using tissue or something. Then I apply some toner on my face and some rose water, like to give the skin some glowy feelings. You got it? If you don't get it, forget about it. See, the first time I saw beauty gurus and almost everyone using this bottle for storage of oil or whatever it might be, I was confused. I was like, is it not what they used to give children paracetamol? Like, but then look at me now. It's actually pretty easy to use because it's just you see that's it. You don't have to be. So next up, I will be applying the oil evenly on my skin tone. We got a glue, baby. Hey, if I'm not gluing, what are we doing? So I would be applying the oil everywhere on my skin. Then I would be using this Pond's oil control because I sweat a lot. I would be applying it on places where I know they get sweaty and oily, which is under my eyes, underneath my nose, my chin, you name it. Anywhere else that I see sweat, we gotta block it so that the makeup will pop in. You get it? Good. So next up, I would be brushing out my brows because I need to get a clear view of what I would be starting with. Then I give like faint strokes because I don't want my brows looking dark. I will not come out and be looking angry. Then I say, this gay, is it that, hey, who annoy you your daddy's house? No, we don't want that around here. You need to make it look as natural as possible, so that they'll be like, you don't look like you're wearing makeup, and you know that you're wearing makeup. You get it? To clean up my eyebrows, I would be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan. I always like to use like bright concealers. Like when they always say use a shade brighter, I like to use like 2 shades brighter because this helps, define my brows. I mean, except if I'm going for a very natural look and I want my brows to look like I didn't draw them, and I don't want like I hope you understand what I'm saying, because I understand what I'm saying. So as I was saying, I like to use bright concealers underneath when cleaning up the bottom of my eyebrows, because I really love the way it makes my brows look and all. It just makes it stand out. So lovely, so beautiful. After cleaning up my brows, you would want to, I mean, anybody would want to, anybody would want to blend in that concealer, because if you don't blend it, hey, you will not even like the outcome. So you have to blend it. And if there's one thing you should know, do not drag your brush across your skin. What did I say? Do not drag your brush across your skin. You need to tap your brush, as this helps in the whole blending and all, and it doesn't give you like brush lines. Then after that, I go to the top of my brows to clean up the top of my brows. When cleaning the top of my brows, I do not like to use bright shades. Nah, no. I don't even think anybody should do that. You should use a concealer that is close to your skin tone, or even the foundation that you're going to use on your face. Like here now, I use the foundation that I use for my skin, because this just helps remove flashbacks and all, and that whole weird line on top of your eyebrows, and it just helps blend. Like, blending, makeup is all about blending. You just need to blend, and you get it, baby girl, you're on fire. For my eyeshadow look, I would be going into my Morphe palette, and I'm using the orange shade, as this would be my like base color, which I'll be using to blend out the other colors. Sorry about my crusty ass front hair. I don't even know what's wrong again. Let's forget about it. So I would be blending that out, as we want a very, blended out, clean, smooth look. You don't want to have all those line in your eyeshadow. It's not gonna make it look good. It's not gonna make it look sexy. You're just gonna be looking like you say agbo or something, and that's not a good thing. Not that I'm throwing shades at people that sell agbo, they try. Then I will be going back in with a darker shade, and like I said, I will have to blend this out into the orange shade, because we don't want any weird lines. But then I will be going in with a darker shade to like give my is it brow bone, or what do you call it, some I'm short of words. Then I'll be adding some red color. I don't even know why this palette does not have name. Everything I'm just calling red and orange. I'll be going back with a red shade, and I'll be blending that out too. You just have to blend. Like I said, makeup is all about blending. Once you can blend, you're good to go. After blending in my eyeshadow, I will be going into my cut crease. Now let me tell you a cheat code that I use whenever I want to do a cut crease look, or whenever I want to do a cut crease actually. There is something I do. I put my foundation or my concealer or whatever it might be that I'll be using to cut this crease. I put it on the lower side of my eyes, and then I look up, and then that gives me exactly where I'm to stop, and I don't have to go overboard with the whole cut crease thing, and I just don't look weird. You should try it. It works like magic. It just gives that, what's the word I'm going to use now? I don't know, but it just helps. It just helps. After cutting my crease, I will be going in with a nude eyeshadow to blend in everything. You really should blend in whatever it might be that you use to cut your crease, because you don't want your eyeshadow creasing and all. If you want to use eyeshadow, if you want to use powder, if you want to use setting powder, whatever it might be, you need to blend it out so you don't have weird creasing lines at the end of the day. Then I will be going back in to darken the colors at the top, because after cutting my crease it just looked weird. after that, I would be going in with a shimmery eyeshadow. Like I said, I don't even know why the colors don't have names. It would have been easier to explain or tell you what I used. But this is somewhat like a peach colored eyeshadow, but then it shimmers. Oh my god. So I will be going in with that eyeshadow at my cut crease to give it a shimmery look. Yes. Then finally, I get to draw my eyeliner. Hey, let me tell you something. Before I learned how to draw my eyeliner or do a winged liner look, it took a while. Trust me, it took a while. I always had issues with how straight it will come. Even till now, I still make mistakes, and it happens to the best of us, trust me. Sometimes you just draw your eyeliner and it just messes up the whole look, and you're like, nah, I'm not doing makeup anymore. It has happened to me a lot. But then practice makes perfect, so they say. Like I said, practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the more you would get a hang of it. But then I love winged liners. Like, it just gives the look a whole, it just turns the whole look around. It just gives it that bold vibe. That, do you get it? I've been saying get it a lot. Then I would be going back in with another liner, which I love to use a lot because it has a more darker vibe to it. It's a lot more darker than the first one I used, so I always go back in with this liner just to, make the winged liner bold and visible. And I can't just keep on talking about how much I love this. I would not shut up. So for my foundation, I will be using the classic HD foundation in the shade SPF 30 and Zikel Pro Coverage in the shade SPF 30. Now I know it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing. Apparently, Zikel's SPF 30 is a lighter shade than Classic's SPF 30. So to get my color, I need to mix these two. It's pretty hard when you can't find your color in the whole makeup market and all, and you always have to use like 2 shades of foundation. I know I'm not the only one on this table, and many people can't relate when it comes to foundation colors. It's like they just make like 3 shades, and those of us that are not in any of these shades, they're just like, buy any of these 3 and mix it, you find yours. So that's how it is most times. But then these foundation companies are trying these days. They are looking out for us. They are now caring about us. So I'll give it to them. To highlight my face, I will be going back with the same concealer that I use for my eyebrows, which is the LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Cool Tan. I always like to use bright colors to highlight my face because I just like that whole vibe of bright under eye look. It's just very nice to me. It just seems pretty cool to me. I just love it. Some people might not, some people might. It just depends on what works with you, and it's fine. It's fine with whatever works with you. As long as you look nice while it is working with you, then baby girl, do you. You good girl. To contour my face, I would be using a darker concealer, the same LA Girl Pro concealer, but in the shade Beautiful Bronze. when it comes to contouring, I just love this color because it just sits well with my skin. It's not too dark, but then it's dark enough to be contour for me. I just love this concealer. I just love this whole brand. It just, oh, it gives me joy, joy, joy. Then I go in with my setting spray because I want everything to sit right when I'm blending it out. So right now, just enjoy me blending everything. So after blending out everything from my concealer and then my highlight to my contour and all, I go in with my setting powder, my loose powder, and I just dab it underneath my eyes, my nose and all, because I'm not really a fan of putting the setting powder and letting it sit. I just do that once in a while. I would rather dab it in because I just prefer it that way. Everybody has what works for them, and this is what works for me. Then I go in with the Note bronzer. One thing I know I'm just supposed to use this on my cheek, but then I use it all over my face. I just like the look it gives at the end of the day. This is literally my powder. I don't use powder on my face that much. This is literally what I use everywhere on my face. Then this is the only time I get to put loose powder on my face and leave it, because I just like that extra, contoured nose, because I have a big nose. Not that I'm not proud of it, I'm proud of my nose anytime, any day, but I just like the whole look when I do it. So after that, while my nose is baking, while we are leaving it in the oven, I go into my lip. I'm going for a nude lip. I'm not really a fan of bold lips, I wouldn't even lie to you. I love nude lips anytime, any day. I would pick a nude lip over any type of color. You'll get it. So I am going in with my lip pencil. Then I'm going in with a lip tint in the shade Nude, and I'm just going to mama that out. I'm just going to blend that out. Then I'm going in with a lip gloss. I can't remember what shade this is, but okay, it just looked nice. I know I just picked it up somewhere and I just liked it. For my highlight, I will be using my Sparkle Beauty Super Stay Sun Lover Baking Bronzer. I'm in love with this. God, every time, oh my God. You can see you can hear the excitement in my voice. That's how much I love it. Once I just use it like this, it just clicks. I see it on my cheeks, on my nose. I do not really enjoy applying this on my nose like for the first time with a brush. I would like to use my fingers, then I blend it out with a brush. I believe when I use my fingers, I get to have a definite line. I get to know exactly, I don't know, it's just a lot easier. Like I said, do what works for you. Then I go in with my clear lip gloss. If you do not have a clear lip gloss, what are you doing? I mean, and finally, I will be going in with my lashes. I'm not really a fan of lashes though, but then it just helps sometimes. It works sometimes, and it's working this time. So that's all, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching me turn from a bum to a baddie. Like, you don't understand. I'm obsessed. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and do not forget to like and subscribe. I mean, so thank you so much for staying till the end. Love you.